Hello, and this is tips and tricks for PC players, or not PC. Hello, and these are the top tips for a mouse and keyboard player to switch to controller this late into the season. So essentially, what the three things you want to learn that are, I'm assuming that you already know how to play because you're switching. So these are the top tricks. If you don't have a SCUF controller, then this is the setup that you want. That way you have access to being able to jump and slide cancel, because you need the two of them to actually do the slide cancel. So this is the preferred setup. If you already have a SCUF controller where you have the bumpers, then you just play normally. I highly suggest you put flipped. So you go to the layout and then you press square. That's how you switch. That way you're shooting with the R1 and you're aiming with the L1. So you don't have the delay of the triggers where it's going to be slightly slower than instant reaction with the bumpers. And so if you don't know how to slide cancel, this is how you slide cancel. So as you're having the bumper jumper, tactical, you crouch / slide with the stick. Oh yeah, and another thing that you want to do is you scroll down here. Keep these two. You can switch out the aim. Some people prefer dynamic, some people prefer standard. Those are the two. So, I don't really see that many people running linear. Do not change the aim assist for this. The other ones are messed up and they never managed to fix it for the 12 months of this game existing for some reason. So yeah, there's that. You want to have the slide behavior on tap. That's what's going to allow you to slide cancel. So you only have to press it once while running and it will slide for you. So this is what it looks like normally. You just press it once. That's the slide. So what you want to do is, there's two ways you can slide cancel. The long one, so if you're going for a long route like this, and the short way like this. So how you do the long one, or before that, so normally for the short one, you would just run and crouch once. That's what it will look like. Run, double crouch, and you're in crouching, but it stops the slide cancel. If you want to stand back up, then you'll do the jump. Jumping while crouching will stand you back up. So what you do is run, double tap the slide, and jump all at the same time. So that one's a little bit harder. The easier version, which works at coming across long angles, so they expect you, they'll pre-aim right here. And so if you do this, you're in their line of sight. But if you do it the long way, which is you run, you slide, you aim, and jump in the middle of the aiming. Don't do it too fast though, because it will just jump instead of put you standing up. So, like that. Slide, aim, jump. Slide, aim, jump. Slide, aim, jump. Slide, aim, jump. And so certain situations will be in favor. And if you want to get fancy, you can slide cancel, jump, and jump shot as well. So this is what it will look like. Slide, slide, jump. Slide, slide, jump. Slide, slide, jump, jump. And that's all you really gotta learn. It's gonna feel weird because generally speaking, you would want to have a slower ADS. It's definitely gonna be slower. If you're wanting a more PC-like, then linear is more the most PC-like aim curve. Standard will slightly ramp up and get even faster the more you pull on the stick to whatever direction you're pulling. Dynamic is it goes a little bit faster at the short stick range. And at middle stick range of, so let's say you're pulling that right stick to your right, midway through the stick pull until you hit the border, it will actually be slightly slower than the standard, so you can aim a little bit better with the medium to long ranges. And if you're trying to do a full turnaround 360, you can still do that. With linear, it's steady, it's consistent, But the problem with that is that you can't 360, so if you're going to shot behind, it's going to be harder. So as you can see right here, that's turning around 360. With standard, it's a nice between dynamic and linear. So you can still easily 360, but you still have that fine aim movement. And dynamics is between the two. So you can still sort of 360. It's on par with the linear where it's kind of slower. But at medium range, you could still slice up, so it's easier to turn around. It's all personal preference on that part. Same thing with the sensitivity, but you will want to have that. Oh, there's another thing. Dead zone. That's the last part. Dead zone. So dead zone is controller specific. A good way to tell your good dead zone is to temporarily, so remember what sensitivity you had on, temporarily move all your sensitivity, both the vertical and horizontal, to 20, and just put that down all the way to 0. So as you see, I'm not touching the controller, yet my stick is moving. That's dead zone. That's the... You basically want it as low as possible without it drifting like this. So like for instance, 0.8 will still sort of drift. As you can see, it's slightly moving, but that slight movement at long range can mess you over. So you just want to look at it. A good way to tell is looking at a long range, and if you can see that dot is still moving like that, make sure you flick it a few times, just to make sure it really doesn't move, because sometimes flicking it will activate it, like it's doing right now. So yeah, mine's at 11. Yours could be different, like at 0.3. That's okay. It's perfectly fine. That's just based on your specific controller. So yeah, if you switch to a different controller as well, each time your dead zone will change. So be wary of that. And so yeah, most people leave the multiplayer at 1. I just prefer it to be a little bit slower. That's personal preference. Everything else is personal preference. Mounting doesn't matter because you can't mount, especially in the next COD. Mounting's not going to be in. And so yeah, that's everything. And so yeah, that's how you slide cancel, and that's the preferred setup. Oh yeah, and there's bunny hopping as well. Bunny hopping is just kind of simple. You look at the direction, in the middle of jumping, you look at the direction you're trying to do. If you immediately look at that and then you do that, it's not going to work as well, because it's not going to carry your momentum to the side. So you want to do that, and yeah. As soon as you jump and you hear that splash, or whatever your ground is, this time it's just wet concrete, so that's what it's going to hear, the splash. As soon as you hear the splash, jump again, and then it's going to kick you to the right. Yep, and that's it.